Okay, this is going to be a little vlog. So today is February 4. I am right now at the Nini Design Center. You can see it's kind of a museum, restaurant, a very nice place with a nice view. Right now it's super raining and cold, and actually I'm freezing right now. This is usually my office. I do like to work from here. It's usually empty, so it's my private office in Funchal. When I want to run away from home, I come here because it's quiet. I can make calls. It's not a coffee place. They cook, they make coffee, they make tea, and anything I need, and I have the whole my space for myself. No one talks with me. I'm not sure how about you, but I like to work alone when no one talks to me, and I can just be on my own zone and not get distracted. And when I come to work and working spaces, I come to work. I do not come to chat and build connections and network. This is not who I am. I think I passed that phase when I was coming to co-work to socialize. Now I come just to make things happen and to make this creativity flow and go from thought to thought and just go from task to task uninterruptedly. I don't know, I will take a break, I will read something, I would write something, and I really enjoy it. So what's the news, life news, life and work news? It's been a month since I quit my job, and first couple weeks were pretty challenging because I didn't want to do anything. I was completely vegetable. I was vegetable. First couple weeks of January was me being vegetable, doing pretty much nothing, or doing but very, very little amount. I try to rest, I try to sleep as much as I can, I try to work as little as I can, but still doing something, and living on my own terms. So I stopped all of the workouts, I canceled pretty much all of the calls, I reduced all of the obligations, meeting people, meeting friends. I mean, I didn't have those obligations for 2 years, but just not have any obligations and allowing myself to live on my own terms and on my own schedule for some time. And after some weeks, I finally felt that my energy is coming back. I don't think it's came back 100% completely, but I feel way more alive. Right now I'm recording the video, which was completely not possible. I like myself in the camera. I feel way more rested. I changed color of my hair. I'm now blonde a little bit. And overall, I think recovery helped me, like 1 month recovery helped me really dramatically. During that time, we finished our new edition for the Nomad magazine. It's going to be the 4th one. It's going to be, I liked it the most, even though every time I send to print, I feel very nervous if we missed something, if I didn't check something, what if I didn't notice something, kind of mistakes, or maybe we chose wrong title on the cover, maybe so many thoughts. And I've done it already 3 times before, and every time I had plenty of double thoughts. But the truth is, same with events, no one really knows how it's supposed to be. So at some point, doesn't matter how many changes you need to stop making changes and say, okay, this is good enough to go for print, and you're gonna improve next time. That's how we've been doing all of the previous editions. And with this one, even though I think it's best so far, there are still some things that I'm going to improve in the future in the coming editions as well. On a personal level, we are searching for the house. Me and my husband, have been criticizing the place where we live because I didn't sleep well in the apartment where we are, even though since the very beginning I moved into apartment. I could feel always tired. I would sleep okay, but then I would wake up and, I would feel tired, foggy, my head would be floating. I didn't like myself in the mirror. I didn't like how I feel. Didn't want to talk. I didn't want to move. And then since also beginning of this year, I started to sleep on the sofa and then I feel much better. There are potentially a mold or possibly coming from our country yard, the mold, long story short, and that affects me and my health, but not Martin's health. And that all started the conversation that we want to change the place and maybe sell this one and buy something else, upgrade that we liked, more better location, better space, healthier, more inspiring, and that ended up being as a house hunt. We've been house shopping for some time, and finally last week we found a house a little bit higher than we expected, but it's very nice view. It's has 4 rooms, 4 bedrooms, 1 living room, like space, a little garden, everything we want. It's expensive, and we still haven't sold the house that we own right now, the apartment, and it also depends if we're gonna sell. But we've been house shopping, we've been having a lot of visits, not enough, I guess. Didn't have proper offer to our apartment, but we are trying to swap the apartment, and that takes also a lot of our focus. So yes, right now I'm a nomad, well, kind of settled nomad, who is going into direction of having a house, having a kid. We got a dog, I got married. So step by step, even after my 10 years of constant traveling and moving around, now I feel more like things are coming to found its own place. Everything is just became settled, or things, I don't feel urge inside of me to go to travel, to explore things, to move. I finally, for the first time in my life, I do not feel that inside of my heart. What I feel is that we work, we develop our businesses, we have a dog, we have a kid, we build our life how we want. We go sometimes to France, visit family, we go sometimes to Ukraine, visit family, whatever we want. We can travel sometimes, but it's not a constant lifestyle. And you would say that, oh, you're not a digital nomad anymore, and why you are making Nomad magazine. But I think that living on our own terms and be free, and that is the reason why I also quit my job, in order for us to be free to live how we want, work at our own schedule, and travel whenever we want. And if we want to go to event, Ukraine, France, anywhere, road trip, we can do that freely. And that's the meaning of me digital nomad lifestyle, is a freedom to choose how you work, live, and settle when you want, and travel when you want. Either way, okay, another days that I started to work with my husband right now. So the deal was that I quit my job. I continue working on Nomad magazine, even though without the funding completely. Then I start to work with my husband. His startup is called CapGo. It's for there is a framework for building apps called Capacitor, and for the apps that build in the framework for Capacitor apps, it gives you possibility to send updates to users of the mobile phone. Like when you update website and send the updates directly to the website once you are done testing. The same way for the mobile applications, when developers make any change of improvement for the application, they can send directly to users the update without going through the App Store. This is completely legal as far as I know. So once the application is in App Store, then you can send minor updates, or basically front-end updates, as I understand, to your users quicker. And that's what my husband Martin startup does. It gives you the tool to send those updates faster. It's called OTA, over the air updates. And I learned that I'm actually really good at, well, we'll see if they're good, but seems like, because of seems like I'm going towards the direction of a product manager. Based on my previous work in Media Lab, my last position was focusing on building processes for internal departments, for internal teams. We would investigate how people work, build the processes out of it, then teach them, and then monitor and see what works and improve the process based on user experience. And that is investigating the user experience, how a user thinks, what do they expect, where do they click, where it's easy, where it's difficult. That was my job. And now when I look at CupGo and users, what they do, I look from the perspective, does it make sense for them? What are they struggling with? And from there, I give some ideas to Martin. He improves some sides of his product or UX, user experience, to make it easier to onboard, to install CupGo, to push first updates, for people to actually, after the trial, to sign up for the CupGo and stay with us and not leave. This been 2 months since we started to work, and we were able to update quite a lot together, which is amazing. And next steps, what I will do in next steps is, this Friday, my mom, my sister, and my nephew coming to Madeira to visit us. My mom will come for the very, very first time to Madeira. After 3 years, I've been trying to convince her to come. Then Martin, my husband, sent her a message that if you don't come, we will come to Ukraine. And Mom was like, whoa, in Ukraine it's too dangerous, so I'm coming to Madeira. So after this Friday, I will be working even less because my family gonna be here, my sister gonna be here, and we plan to spend as much time together as we can. Meanwhile, I have my magazine printed, and I will need to take some time to ship them across the Europe. I pretty much received and I need to pay a lot of bills for this edition, and I need to understand what we do next with the magazine. It's been 2 years. It's been a lot of work. We've done a lot of things. But there's something that I'm not really happy, even with the whole, reach and people coming to us. I think we're doing something wrong. And I'm sure if you look to me from outside perspective, you would probably say like, yes, you're doing definitely wrong. The way you do is wrong. So if you know exactly what wrong it is, well, in some ways, for example, improving user experience, but improving user experience for the magazine, it needed some investment. And me quit job, here's what I'm struggling. In order to keep things running efficiently, I am a person who, I can do anything myself, but at the same time, I know that the progress happens way faster when I have people, like my small team, who is making things next to me. And then we are moving very efficiently and very quickly. And now, because I had to cut my cost, I know that I have to be very careful with how I spend. I feel that I'm again moving in one, like this heaviness of things needs to be done and on my shoulders, and I don't think I'm moving efficiently enough to accommodate the needs on how the magazine should operate. Plus, digital experience for digital read is not amazing, and I'm trying to think how I can make this experience with the help of AI to basically make a application or the way readers can read our magazine without losing the expression of like and design and soul and vibe of our magazine, but in the mobile. Well, but I also, after 2 years working on the magazine and spending so much, one thing that frustrates me and bothers me is that it doesn't bring the much return of investment, and overall magazine is not making much money. And for example, Martin's business, what I like about it is that you create a product and then you keep improving the product step by step. You like make a base and then you make it around it, and then it grows and improves, and like this ball is becoming more round, more clean, more beautiful, and then you just improve, and then your users grow. So you don't recreate it from scratch every single time. And that's what I think magazine does. I am recreating same things over and over again. And that can be frustrating. Despite that I'm enormously proud of what we created and enormously proud of the magazine that we publish and we distribute and how it looks and how it's readable. Like I love our magazine, and I love the magazine. It gives people from outside perspective, outside of digital nomads, being able to connect and learn. For people who are inside of digital nomads, can feeling like belong and being understood or learn something new. Either way, I'm talking again a lot about magazine right now. On this note, I'm gonna wrap it up. Here's my quick updates. Starting in 2 days from now, I'm gonna spend 3 weeks with my family, working very little, enjoying my life for the first time, I don't know, in 5 years, I guess, when I will have a long week vacation with my family, enjoying my just being. And meanwhile, working a little bit, and improving my mental health after my quitting my full-time job and working like crazy for the last 5 years. So, love you guys. It's been my recap in news of my life in Madeira. And I hope next time when I record, it's gonna be a little bit better weather than this. Okay? Kisses.